walking right now to Venice Beach because I actually took the train to Hollywood. So I'm a little bit tight in time, but I'm trying to explore as much as I can before my flight to Sydney.
If I see a light flashing, could this mean that I'm coming home? Does this mean that I'm not alone? Could this mean that I'm coming home? No. Could this mean that I'm coming home?
Kwa is finally in Australia. Yes, we're finally here. Woo! Sydney, Australia, baby. How are you finding Sydney so far?
It's great, it's great.
It's great, yeah?
I explored most of the city, but now I'm back here chilling with the homies, so it's fun.
So we're on our way to the city. We're all the way in Liverpool. It's gonna take us like a fucking hour, but it's alright. It'll be fun. We have the boys. We have the whole group.
Yeah.
Say hi. Hello. Yo, what's up? Everyone should already be here.
Oh, suit.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is the best thing in Sydney, bro.
Gio was in a non-verbal mood just to get some skewers.
Yeah. Now I'm happy.
He's a happy boy.
You guys got a lot though. It looks like a lot. Yeah.
Alright, Kwa, what'd you just buy?
I just bought the TNs.
Oh yeah? How was it?
I got baited so hard. I saw the exclusive like white and blacks. I had to fold.
Who baited you?
I feel like Cam was like a big voice in this. What's up? Head of Japan. He was like on both sides, and then he's like, I was like, damn.
You got the new TN. Let's go. 1, 2. Hey.
The right idea.
No, come back. He's hacking away.
I'm basically doing it.
Yeah, go.
That's why I went.
Yeah. Jim, show it. Go. Hey.
I need to show it. Because I thought you were doing pretty low.
No, that's because like I'm just lazy.
I need to learn from the back.
Just learn the front step. Just go 1, 2, 3.
You know what? I'm just.
Yep.
That's
I
like.
can't feel.
Wait, how do I coordinate it? Like coordinate.
So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, so I have 7, 8, and kick out.
Yeah. Okay, 7, you start doing like the double or two. Or you can do it on 3 as well. Like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. Alright. And then like slow, you put up tempo.
I can't.
Of Sydney.
Oh.
The Viet area. Like, do you have a Viet area in Boston?
Yeah, we do.
What's it called?
Goodbye.
This is a 24-hour.
Oh, right. That's what you're talking about? Oh, shoot.
You can get on.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't because. Oh my lord.
Are you happy now?
I am a happy boy, very happy boy.
Oh, wait, you read the picture. It's so good.
Is it?
I'll be honest, this one will be such a sleep sticky.
No, finish this first. We'll put the top over there.
Alright. Cheers.
So ready.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. That's pretty good.
I really like it.
Interesting taste.
He didn't like it.
No, I like it.
Oh, I think it's because of the dressing.
So we have some cream puffs. This is probably, we're like 5 minutes walking into Kavla, and this is like the best thing we've seen. They have so many other desserts there that looks insane. They have like souffle pancakes. They have like cool ass desserts. And then we found a tiramisu place over there. This is a
Rosy
Rosy
lychee. Yeah.
They have durian, they have Earl Grey, they have coconut.
I think they ran out of the durians though.
And then there's all of our fucking leftovers from the seafood restaurant that we thought
Now
wasn't
we
gonna be
ordered
good.
more.
Okay,
And
that's
we
for
ordered
tomorrow.
more. And get it to me, Sam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we have leftover skewers from earlier today.
Oh,
We have
well, that's her fault.
Leftover malaton from the other day.
And that's also their fault.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it. There's so many leftovers. Alright. This might be one of the best desserts I've ever had.
Really? Ever?
The oyster place that we thought wasn't going to be good.
We did not think.
No, we thought we would only get there for the oysters and eat
Oh.
somewhere else. But almost every meal from that oyster place wowed us. Incredible.
Great night. Great night.
Okay.
Alright, we're all ready for the game. You ready? Let's go.
I'll see you soon. Alright, bye. Let's fucking go. Let's
Go.
fucking go.
You ready for your first Aussie festival?
I'm ready.
You ready? You ready to
I'm
do
so
some
ready
kick
for
bowling?
Toza.
For Toza? Who else are you
Back
excited
kicks,
for?
gated kicks, reverse bass. I know everything.
You know everything?
I know
Damn.
I'm so keen. We've been listening to hardstyle for like the past 2 days on repeat.
On repeat?
We played Toza sets like 5 times within the last 2 days.
He's too good.
Too good. We have a honorary Aussie and a fake Aussie right
A
next to
fake
each other.
Aussie.
Honorary American. Honorary American.
You might honestly beat him by the end of the night. Alright, I will see you soon.
Holy shit!
Jealousy's wild like especially.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's how you gotta know the lyrics. It looks so cool.
Hold out. Mine's really spicy so far. Yeah, that's crazy.
Watch out, dude.
I made my card.
But I got barbecue pork.
Did you get the jumbo?
Nah, I got the small.
This is the jumbo bag.
Oh, really?
Sheesh. The hell?
This is Australian oysters, buddy.
Oh. What?
Bill, Nat, Emily, yeah.
She wants to order Molly tea, like order online.
I can't twist it. You just look like. Wait, what's that? What's that?
So goofy. It's because you live in poverty.
I'm gonna be really sad.
What'd you get?
I got the snowy jasmine milk tea.
Is that better than the pistachio? You
No, the
reckon?
pistachio one is the best.
So you
but
just didn't feel like it?
I just feel like it.
And I got the snowy jasmine milk tea, 100% sugar.
Wow, very cute.
Thank you.
And I got, well, yeah,
Bring it out.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
I
is
got.
that?
So this is the pistachio jasmine coconut, and then I also got the pistachio white champoca coconut as well.
You got two?
Yeah. He got 2 yesterday. Too.
I'm fat, bro. Yeah, that's how they do it in America,
Don't deal with big milk tea people.
dude.
Alright, Kwa, now that we've finished Knockout, what are your thoughts about it?
Yo, the production at Knockout is actually crazy. The laser is crazy, and the fireworks are crazy.
It was
too.
crazy. I think it has the best production I've ever seen, actually.
Yeah.
Like, their fireworks was insane. I think it almost like tripled or like 10 times the amount last year. And then what do you think about like the rave culture, like the difference in crowds?
Yeah, I feel like people they're more expressive and they do a lot more dance moves.
Yeah.
I feel like they just have like they're just always on beat.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like they actually know how to dance and like, you know, and embrace the culture. I feel like in America we just do whatever,
Yeah.
like based on like how we're feeling. But in like Australia, like there's actually levels to the madness.
Yeah. Like low key, I get impressed when there's like a really good muzzle or
Yeah. It's like I feel like in America, like the most you'll ever see is like a really good shuffler.
Oh yeah,
Or like
that's
the
even rare.
Yeah. It's like not that common because like you can't shuffle to every song.
Yeah, exactly. And then would you come back to Australia for another rave?
I would, but I would have to bring Sarah.
Alright,
Yeah.
Alright, let's bring Sarah. I don't know if she'll like the music, but
We can always train.
we're gonna train her. She's getting good at muzzing though.
She is. I
Getting up there.
Thank you to the ones that stuck it through it all. Only surround myself with my day ones. Look where we came from. Look at us now. Got so much love. Only surround myself with my day